Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to the frozen north of Icewind Dale as we jump back into our Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign. A huge hello to those of you already with us. Thank you for coming on by. It is a pleasure, as always. Hype, hype, hype. Good to have you, Patch. And let us start off by saying a massive, massive thank you to the incredible CZRPG, there it is, who is for the entirety of this fantastic fortnight of ours leading up to our 1-year anniversary this weekend. They have been sponsoring all of our sessions, giving away incredible supplements and encounters and maps and things in each and every session. Thank you so much for all of that generosity, and we are very, very honored to be supported by them in this time of celebration, this time of thinking back on all the wonderful things that we've had, all the wonderful times and adventures that we have shared throughout our times. That music is really quiet. Sorry, hang on. I had to mess around with settings today because it was all messed up. Rawr. Volume. Okay. There we go. A bit more of that. And try and crank it up a little bit over here as well. Boom. Okay. There we go. So, yes, tonight is no exception, as you, my dear friends over there in chat, as a thank you once again to all of our wonderful followers. Over 400 now. Thank you so much. It's absolutely amazing. As a thank you to all of our followers, each and every session we are giving away some of CZRPG's fine work, and this session there'll be a chance to win the encounters in Icewind Dale. Not only for use with Rime of the Frostmaiden, of course, that to be used in any wintry setting, and also, even if you are a player, please jump in and have a go at winning the giveaway so that you can gift it to your hardworking DM, and they will be ever thankful for such a wonderful gift from such a wonderful producer of content. So, without further ado, boop, let me press that button there, and that should kick things off. There it is, your chance to win a copy of Encounters in Icewind Dale. So, please, if you are a follower, this is a thank you to all of our followers. If you are a follower, like Questionkeys and Delucia, please do jump on in there. Type in exclamation CZRPG for your chance to win. And oh, citrus flavor candy. Thank you so much. That's a good flavor of candy. Good luck. Please type that in there. Oh, thank you, Bolify Smith. A pleasure to have you. Good luck. As I hydrate myself there. Okay. So, all of you, yes, do get that typed in there. And at the end of the session, in a couple of hours from now, well, an hour and a half or so, a while from now, we will be choosing a lucky winner to receive that digital copy of the fine, fine stuff from our sponsor now. Now, also a massive, massive thank you to the wonderful, wonderful people in the VOD squad catching up with our adventures whenever they get the chance. It's always a pleasure to have you along whenever you can. And then also, let us say a big, big thank you to the wonderful folks down at Sirenscape for all of the incredible music and sound effects that they have in our ears as we play our games and get us all in the mood and in the setting. If you want to give them a try, they have a bunch of free sound sets. You can also do a trial subscription, and you can sign up and get access to everything. And if you cancel before a month is up, you do not owe them a single penny. Give them a try, but I think you'll want to stick around a bit longer because it is fantastic and wonderful to have, even if you're playing online or at a physical tabletop, as people are beginning to be able to do once more. Thank goodness. Mockingbird, you have inspiration. Thank you, Alicia. Remember that, sir. And also, not just Sirenscape, we have several sources of incredible soundage coming at you, as over on YouTube there is the wonderful Dark Fantasy Studio, Travis Savoy, and Epic Journey. 3 amazing channels of amazing music for your RPG games. Head on over to any of our VODs on YouTube, link on the channel there, and you can get the links to all of their incredible stuff. And there is one more link in there to the incredible Will Savino on Patreon, another prolific producer of wonderful, wonderful music. Hello, EDH. Welcome on in, sir. Now, That said, as the music winds down, thank you, music, let us switch over to our recap. Last time we were here in Icewind Dale, we were in the catacombs underneath the castle of Caer de Naval, and there a shrine to Levistus had animated the block of ice coming alive as the ice demon from the bowels of Stygia came forward, trying to kill you and destroy these enemies of Levistus. But it was defeated by our brave adventurers, and they were granted an audience by a interesting looking little golden-haired dwarf with a canary friend fluttering about the place, as Soyala was given a nice gift from her deity as a wonderful, wonderful follower of said religion and a exemplary figure within the community. She was granted a censer with equal ability to both smite foes and heal allies. I hope it will be useful. And as our friends of Bahamut left us once more, you continued into the depths of the cistern, rescuing the poor folk that had been captured there, the servants of the castle, freeing them once more. And after that, you returned up to the castle and then onto the village beyond, saying goodbye to your friends that you had made recently up here in the frozen outskirts of 10 towns. You said goodbye to Denier, the Goliath were-polar bear, who I think had agreed to accompany Mame's colleague to make sure they make it to the large city, the reasonably sized city of Brimshandar, the main location in 10 towns here, and they agreed to guide them on their way and make sure they arrive safe and sound, because it can be slightly treacherous out here in the wilds of Icewind Dale. And also, you said goodbye to the plucky young adventurer Alasar Sulmander with their team of sled dogs, and we discovered a guiding spirit, a guardian, not angel, but someone that they had brought with them all the way from Kalimshan as they set off on their adventures in Icewind Dale, accompanied by their Ifrit genie patron. A young warlock in the making. And do keep your eyes out, because 1000% I'm going to play that character someday. Now, as you said goodbye and jumped on your own dog sleds, pulled by Six-Pack and the Six-Pack and the others, you sped through the snow and the gloom of the never-ending winter here in Icewind Dale, and made your way back to the reasonably sized town of East Haven, where you had met with the speaker and rescued them from some nasty Durgar, and had been charged with collecting up the crystals, these nasty demonic-infused crystals that were causing so much trouble throughout the region. And the speaker there had asked you to sort that little problem for them, and had asked you to head into the mountains where they'd heard rumors of things disappearing. You did head into the mountains. You did get rid of the nasty Durgar problem that was lurking up there on the edge of Kelvin's Cairn. And you are now returning victorious. And as you are awaiting the speaker in the town hall, Mockingbird was beckoned aside in a very Japanese way by Prudence, his friend, who he thought was a fellow Zentarum operative here in 10 towns. But once they were alone and allowed to talk, she revealed that she was also a member of Bregan Death, that predominantly drow organization, led by none other than the illustrious Jarlaxle. And it is this organization that Mockingbird is slowly remembering being part of, and the whole reason he came up here guiding Mame's academic expedition through the mountains to Icewind Dale was because they were apparently on some kind of rescue mission to a very high security prison that resides somewhere in these frozen wastes. But some of the details still dance beyond Mockingbird's recollection, and Prudence warned him that things were hotting up, as the mobile base of operations, the ocean-bound The Raft, had set sail for the north and was entering into the sea of moving ice. It seems that Mockingbird's mission was very important indeed. Now, as we return to our friends here, Mockingbird, you have just left Prudence, and you are making your way back across the main foyer of the town hall towards your friends in the meeting room there. And as you do so, the speaker himself comes clumping out of some of the corridors in the back there and nods to you. He's like, all right, Mockingbird, welcome back. I hope you were successful. And
sorry for the wait.
He's only just arrived, so you're okay. As they come clumping their way towards you, we shall quickly go around the circle here and meet our players. Who are they? Who are they playing? And what are they thinking about right now? So Yala, Tabaxi first.
Yeah. So hello everyone. I'm Sarah, and I play the Tabaxi Soyala. She is a life cleric, and yeah, she's just glad to be getting back to East Haven, I think, now after this long journey. And yeah.
Thank you very much. Clockwise going on around there, Mockingbird.
Yes. I am Carl, and I am playing Mockingbird, the changeling rogue / warlock. And Mockingbird was also glad to be back in East Haven until he received all of this new news, and he's now thinking so much harder than he ever has in his life, and you can see it's almost a painful sort of expression on his face as he's trying to calculate his next move.
Noted. Our dear friend Mame there is unfortunately unwell today and unable to join us. The biting cold of Icewind Dale has taken its toll on our fine Gallus Ranger, and they cannot join us. But fear not, I'm sure they are tucked up nice and warm with a nice bowl of steaming chicken broth. No, maybe not. And as we go around the corner, Tuln, please.
Hello. It is I, Tuln the Grim Brew. I like making beer. I am reborn, as we found out, not Warforged. My name is Josh, Morgarus in chat. Where is Tuln right now? He is still thinking about, the fact that he's dead, but he's coming to terms with it. And just wants to continue getting endorsements so he can get back to good meat and take care of some business.
Nice. Hey, Kwims, welcome back. Good to see you again. Okay, so thank you, everyone. Now, and I'm John. I'm playing everyone else. And where am I at? Oops, all over the place. So, let us bring things down here, slightly less dramatic, as we are in the calm interior and relative quiet of the town hall. The shuffling of papers and hushed conversations. Nothing too drastic. Now, Soyala, Tuln, and Mame, waiting in the meeting room there, you see Mockingbird and the speaker, Daneth Whalen, coming back towards you. And they arrive. After you, Mockingbird.
Welcome back. Hi, hello.
Welcome back to you. I was here the whole time.
I was talking to him, but yeah. Sorry. Welcome back to me. Yes.
Oh, did you not arrive? Were you not working together?
Yeah, but I think he went to use the toilet. I don't know.
Yeah. No, right. No, whatever. You're very very close bunch if you welcome back each other so warmly from just going to the loo. That's lovely. Now, Soyala.
Yeah.
Wanting to get a straight word, he turns to you. Do I trust you return successful?
We have.
Splendid. So,
Yes,
what
the
news?
Draugr have, well, there's actually so much. But the immediate threat of the Draugr has been wrapped up, I guess. Those that were trying to take over the land up here have been stopped, and those that wish to remain peaceful went further down into the depths below.
Now, I do like when you can get a nice ending to something like that. I hope you didn't get the wrong impression of me arriving as we were burning that fella at the stake. It was a last resort, you do realise. And Mame just like steeples their hands on the desk. He's like, it's just what he deserved.
Yeah.
We also saw the crystals, more of those.
Oh,
A whole dragon.
Yes, they were building a dragon to, I guess,
what?
destroy the towns up here. I'm not entirely
fact.
sure of the plans.
If we hadn't have gone out there, you would all be dead. Very dead.
Oh,
Just
we would all
depends
be
on
dead. Everyone would be dead.
By all the gods, you have.
Well, to
you
be
have-
fair, East Haven would have been closer to the end of the cycle, but still, yeah. They were planning the forest to the north first.
Well, you have our thanks. I don't know how we could ever repay you. Trust that at the next meeting of the speakers, I will mention your amazing deeds to everyone, and I'm sure that your names will carry throughout 10 towns, and you will receive the welcome you deserve.
Well, that's just the thing. I wanna be there. So can you get me some places I can sell some beer so I can be speaker of good mead?
Colin, I think at this point, if you're not the speaker of good mead, then nobody's the speaker of good mead. I mean, who else would it be?
I mean,
You've saved
I'm not
good mead how many times over?
I'm not campaigning right now, so.
That's the thing. I don't think there's even a campaign anymore. I mean,
That's
you're up
fair.
against what, a lumberjack? What has he done of late? You helped slay a dragon made out of crystal that was going to vaporize good mead off the map.
We don't know. He could have slain a good mead, or sorry, he could have slayed Sloan. I'm not good at common.
Salute.
Anyway, there could have been a wooden dragon that would have really been up his alley. I mean, it would have been like exactly what he was building for his entire life.
Maybe an ant.
Woe betide the big bads who attack a region of lumberjacks with a wooden dragon. It's been a fundamentally flawed plan. Well, as I said, I mean, as we'd already pledged, I think, before we parted ways, Talton, you have our support.
Okay, if there's anything else you can do, I'm a pretty nervous guy by nature, so.
Right. You'll be grand. You'll be grand. It doesn't sound like you're up against much.
He's a lumberjack. I think he's bigger than I am.
Right. So, how much of the crystal did you salvage and get out of harm's way?
None. You don't want to be touching that stuff. Take it from me and him.
It's what drew the Draugr, I guess, lord or leader down there mad.
It's still
Don't
in the
sit on it.
mountain.
It's in the mountain.
However, there was a castle that he built in the mountain, and there's a forge down there. It's still there. I disassembled the dragon. That's no problem. That was pretty easy.
Right.
Well, yeah, we put the crystals, I think, in the forge, correct?
Oh,
To burn
yes.
it away.
And then we threw the crystals into the forge so that the crystals could melt, but some of it is still there. Like I did
Yes,
not
there was-
disassemble the throne.
Right. Who's in charge of that location now?
I think the doors that are near there for mining,
Oh, from up in Dwarven Valley.
maybe they are going to look at it. We've let them know the circumstances at least, or to pass that along to them.
Oh, okay. Right then. Well, I reckon that we're on good terms with all of them. So yeah, we'll send some.
I think Trovis would have been
Oh, yeah.
Trovis and Kestrel would have been those leading that voyage.
I don't know.
They went with us.
I don't know any Kestrel, but Trovis leading out. Are we talking about the same Trovis?
He's cleaned up his act, actually.
He really hasn't.
He really has. He
He has.
didn't drink anything by the end,
We found him passed out in a snowbank, and by
but
the
he
time we were
sobered up and he denied a drink afterwards.
and by the
I'd call
time we
that
were
progress.
done, he hadn't thrown a single punch. I'm
He-
still salty.
He was fighting that whole time. he was fighting.
It's just every time he was going for a punch and knocking something out, Mockingbird was like looking the other way.
Some sort of cosmic irony.
Yeah.
To be fair, he did not throw a single punch. He did hit many things with a big sword. However, I did not
Okay.
see a single punch.
Sorry, that was the were polar bear I'm thinking
Oh,
of.
yes,
My bad.
the were polar bear.
He should be the speaker, if anything.
Where polar bear?
Yes,
yeah.
perhaps
Yeah,
you heard the rumors of a were polar bear. Anyway, he's a nice guy.
Right. Well, it sounds like you've had a right adventure. Good on you. Look, as I am unable to quantify how many shards of crystal were destroyed, how about we call it around 500?
Why not?
Fair?
Mockingbird?
I don't know how much was destroyed. Call it what you want. There's more to destroy if you want to.
Well,
No,
as
I'd
promised.
say that would be fine. It was mostly to try to help save those.
Right. Well, I mean, you have our thanks, both heartfelt and wallet-felt. He's like, Jeffrey, and some fellas. Yes, speak up. Yeah, and he scribbles out an invoice for something. Grab that one, yeah. Yes, speak up, yes. Jeffrey goes off to get your money. So, what's the plan? Where you off to save next?
That's a
Well,
conversation we need to have. Sorry.
I know, yeah, that Tong, you wish to go find out more at Goodmead.
I believe the plan
Yeah, I
was to go
mean-
through Goodmead on the way back to a couple of physicians who live in the hills.
Physicians in Hills. Can't say I've ever heard of that like that.
Yeah, they're a rather hairy people. Very, very, very good with doctoring and surgical
Things
removal.
that I'm not, that I do not understand. I guess.
It's a long story. We'll be heading through Goodmead, though, I believe, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I think it goes through Goodmead, and then from there we'll go south.
Yes,
I
Mame.
hope they go south.
Mame had
must be
said,
south.
Mame had said that her the doctors in question, the Yetis that saved her in the mountains and took her in, are to the southwest of Dugan's Hall. in those mountains
Okay.
there.
There we go.
There we go. So, you chat over a couple more things there with Speaker Deneth there, and after a while, Jeffrey comes back with a sizable bag of gold. It is ceremoniously handed over.
How much each would we get, or is it like a one
What would
lump
that
sum
be?
for each of us?
120.
120. There's my
Did we say 120?
It would be 120 each, yeah. No,
Yeah.
500 between the four of you. Is that right? No, that's not right. What would it be?
I'm an English teacher.
125. That's close. Excuse me. So, as you finish up your talks and head back out, are you going back to the White Lady?
Why not?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
okay, so yes.
Where else are we gonna stay?
You take a moment to wrap up nice and warm and steel yourselves for what you know is waiting.
I assume that's also paid for, or no?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay.
And yes, you open the door of the town hall and are met with the blustery snow as it comes swirling in towards you. And you make your way out into the East Haven night. And make your way through the streets. And before long, find yourselves at the White Lady once more.
I would immediately start drinking, much heavier than I have in recent nights. Not just because of exhaustion, but because of well, physical and mental exhaustion. I'll be putting some nice chalices of wine down.
Okay.
And probably availability, since
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
True. Yes, indeed. It hasn't been hasn't been too good on the old alcohol scene. But
You got
you-
tall. Just have to ask.
Yeah, the last time I drank something of yours, it was vinegar.
That's
Actually,
on
no,
you.
no. There might have been something after that. I forgot.
As you arrive, you see perched in the corner, plucking away at his lute and playing some tunes for the few people that are in there on this evening. As you passed kind of decent time past dinner time now, and things are quietening down a bit, as people are starting to go off to bed and call it a night. But you do see Ronaldo, the halfling bard, is there as usual. And as you come in, he sees you and he's like skips down off his thing. As he comes over, he's like, "Ha ha! Oh, bold adventurers, welcome back. Are we alive? Are we going to live? Are we alive?
We're all good.
I mean, you guys are, yes.
What?
Oh, I'm quite dead.
Don't talk like that. You're a construct, right?
Oh, yes, that was after I died.
His eyes just go wide. Is there a worthy tale in that? Something I might weave into song?
I was crushed by an avalanche.
Crushed by an avalanche.
Now I make beer.
Now he makes beer.
There you go, you're onto it.
Tall of the mountains is here, never fear. Okay, yeah, we can do it. Yeah, okay, we got this. Yeah, okay. And he just like goes off like humming to himself and scribbling on a bit of paper.
I will come over to him though. Just to let you know, Ronaldo.
Hmm?
Um, you don't have to worry about that woman that we saw, the white lady.
But can I? But I summoned her, and we summoned her. She's going to haunt us
And-
for the rest of our lives.
We seem to have come across her, and I guess we destroyed what was left,
You put her to rest?
or at least put her to rest. What we could find. We're not for certain, but it seems as though after that we didn't have any encounters.
And he drops down off his high stool and stands in front of you, like pulls himself up to, as straight as he can, and bows deeply with a flourish, doffing his cap. May all the gods and whatever talent I have left in my body bless you in your travels. I thank you. I thank you so much.
And I should hope that you'll learn that maybe you shouldn't go around messing with things you don't quite understand.
If I ever see that horrible old lady again, I shall ignore her. I shall turn the other cheek. Like that. There it goes.
Yeah, something along those lines, yes.
Yes, indeed. I've learnt my lesson. If my name is not Ronaldo, well then, you still have my thanks. And you do know, though, I didn't mean anything by it.
I know. It's okay. You were curious, as were others, and it turned into something that it shouldn't have. And we've learned from our mistakes, so...
We gave poor Fred a good burial.
Good. It's so bad what happened. Everyone else was okay.
It seems so. Shaken, nervous about repercussions and the like, but yes, I think so. It seems.
I guess I'll find out with Alvin if there's anything further that has happened since.
Aye. Fine. Yes, indeed.
Anyways, I think that's all. The scary ones that were also there making the noises. We've also taken care of those as well. The ones that gave you quite the fright in the night.
Thank you. Yes, it's been quite the wild ride since you all arrived. I hope you stick around for a while. We're not quite sure where he's got to, but Alvin's been away for a couple of days.
Oh, he has.
Hi.
Do you know where? You said no? You don't know what he's gotten up to?
Afraid not. No, the people were just surprised that the place was shut up. Just a few people had some sniffles they wanted to get sorted, and there was no one to see. Luckily, you're back.
Yes, but I will only be here for probably a short while.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I hope Alvin turns up then.
I'm sure I could give something in the morning for those that might need to see me.
Oh, I'll send word.
I'm sure we'll be here at least maybe a day.
Rightio, right. Well then,
We'll spread the word. It'll be okay.
This piece that Tom has inspired in me won't write itself.
Yes, let me not stop you from that.
So he goes off again, and yes, you all spend the evening here.
Food?
I'm on it.
We got drinks. Now we need food.
Yes, indeed.
Tonight's special.
Tonight's special is Let's see, where are we at? Boop. Ooh, great stuff, yes. Tonight's special is peppered chicken with red beans and radishes. And, of course, goat's milk cheese.
Goat cheese. Oof.
John, before Tom rests for the evening,
Aye.
he's going to try to use lesser restoration and see how he feels mentally following that about his madness.
Okay. Now, is this the one from the
Yeah.
crystal?
From the crystal, yeah.
Oh, the statue thing that you had, yeah. That you touched, yeah.
It's the statue I touched, yeah.
Forgot about that. When you said madness, I was like, did you touch a crystal too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I touched a crystal. That's the one.
Let me just quickly double check.
But it probably will do nothing.
I think it might need a greater,
I think so.
but on the off chance.
Yeah, Taln is just experimenting,
Yes.
as he is wanted to do.
Indeed. Let's see.
It
here.
is disease or condition.
Yes.
Uh,
Texas Zomboy, thank you. Good name. All right, here we go. Madness. Texas Zomboy, if you want to enter into our giveaway tonight, please type in !CZRPG, like up there, and you'll be entered to have a chance to win. And thank you to our followers in this running up to our anniversary here. Come on, madness. Madness. They call it madness. Okay, here we go. Effects. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Indefinite. Okay. So yeah, that's a and a subscription. Thank you so much, sir. Or madam. Whichever that is. Thank you so much. Very appreciated. Tom. You cast Lesser Restoration, yes?
yes.
And it does actually seem to have a beneficial effect. You do feel clearer of mind. Slightly less greedy.
Good. I like being less greedy. Ah, that actually worked. I did not expect that.
Fantastic. So, is everyone done for the night? A well-earned rest?
Before Mockingbird goes to bed, he is going to go for a very, very quick walk out towards the lake.
Okay.
Has something he wants to get rid of.
Okay.
On the way over here, and probably sometime in the tavern tonight, he's not going to be talking at all. He's going to be very, very isolated, sort of like in a corner, minding his own business, sort of thinking, and going over the logbook again.
Okay.
And seeing if anything else comes to mind, or if it's all just the same as before.
Okay. So you're going over the logbook in the tavern or outside?
In the tavern, if I can get away with it without turning any eyes.
Yeah, and people are used to keeping to themselves pretty much and not fussing. So you're doing that first, or are you going out first?
I'd be doing that first, and then what I do outside is based on if I get any new information from it, or if it seems like I've pieced it all together from the logbook at least.
It does seem that the logbook just basically chronicles the poor user's descent into madness as they were being toyed with by the hag in the caves, and then the switch to deep speech, isn't it? Right? The switch to deep speech comes when they were captured and implanted.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, in that case, I will go outside and take a very short walk down towards the lake. And I would pass by where we said goodbye to Gato the last time. And just kind of have sort of a melancholy sort of thought, wondering what Gato's up to. And when I get to the lakeside, kind of look out towards where the hag was, that sort of direction where I met her the first time and the second time. And I will sort of do a little bit of soul searching before I set the book on fire by the shore.
Oh wow! Okay.
Along with the flower.
So yeah, I think the hag is kind of almost due south of the town itself, so it'd be to your southwest. There's down the shore. So actually, no, sorry, I'm looking at Kedgeneval. Sorry, it would be from East Haven. It would be up to the northeast there, up where that curve goes round off to towards the east there. That's the way you rode when you went to look for the fishes that had disappeared.
I would look out in that direction, kind of remembering with a little bit of a grimace exactly what we found out was in there and what had happened. And then I'm gonna depart with the book since I've kind of figured out everything that I can from it. And it will seemingly serve me no more. And kind of almost tearfully get rid of the flower in the same way, putting it on the burn pile. The flower that belonged to Gato's companion.
Yeah, so you make your way out through the snow and the wind down to the edge of the ice, and finally alone. You're quite used to working alone, I think, back in your recent years, and it's nice to be out and away from folks for a while, and you use a little lantern oil, make sure it gets the job done properly, and we see this image of, there's the darkness stretching out and out across the lake, and reflected in the slowly moving waters of Lac de Nashir there is the orange glow of your face, as there's a surge of light from the flames as the oil catches, and a satisfying burn as it disappears and gets consumed by the fire.
And as it dwindles down, knowing that I can't say or hear anything that won't be transmitted like a radio broadcast, I'll just think to myself as a sort of solemn promise as I look out in that direction. Even if it kills me, I will kill that hag. And just gritting my teeth and baring my knuckles until they're white, I will turn back and head back towards the room and go to sleep.
As you turn away from the lake, from the direction of the hag, about halfway across the ice back to the docks and the buildings with their glowing windows behind, there are two shadows, clad all in black, stood at ease, nonchalant almost.
Do I recognize what kind of form this is? Is this like Zentarum or?
They're a little ways off. You can't make out from this distance.
Okay.
They're quite slender.
Approach very cautiously then, hands sort of by my weapon's side.
And you start to walk across towards the figures. And they shift a little, seeing you with your weapons, or at least your hands on your weapons. Not threateningly, just making sure that the balance is correct and they're ready if they need to be. And as you get closer and the figures come into focus out of the darkness, you find yourself confronted by two drow.
I mean, knowing exactly what they are and that they know me, I will drop the visage very quickly and just nod my head.
That is better.
Why do you come calling? I've talked to Prudence. Have you anything else to offer me?
We are here to find out what is keeping you from your mission.
We ran into a snag. I'm taking care of it. And unfortunately, it jeopardizes our entire operation.
What kind of snag is a 3-year snag?
The kind of snag that, how should I put this delicately? No one could have avoided. And goes rather unnoticed throughout your entire life without you noticing it until the one moment when they can capitalize on it. Say, a leech or a seed of doubt watching you at all times. Something which could very much undermine an operation that we may or may not be partaking in. It would be in all of our best interest if I took care of it, and that's what I intend to do. Even if it takes another year. But I promise that it will not.
Every 10 days that passes, is nothing but trouble for our organization. Do you remember why you are here? Why you are placed here?
That would be part of the snag. More or less. More or less, I remember.
Prudence communicated something like that. We took her information, and we got what we could from the apothecary. You.
The one in town.
Yes. He was the last known point of contact.
Is he alive?
No.
His relationship with my current companion might prove troublesome if something were to happen to him.
That is your problem. Sort it out.
And you're making it my problem. Why don't you let me know, so I can try to forego this whole situation that we have been thrust into, and get over it so I can help our organization?
If you had not disappeared, if you had not gone out of contact for so long, then we would not have to chase up leads and go chasing after information wherever we can find it.
Nobody is more inconvenienced by what happened than I am. I'm doing my best. I will tell you what I told Prudence. Give me a few more weeks to figure this out. To relieve the burden that might sink our entire operation, and then I am yours, and I will carry out my end of the contract.
What do you remember? Why do you think you are here? What is your purpose?
That's a hell of a philosophical question to ask a man who's a couple chalices of wine in.
Sloppy.
True.
You need to stay sharp. It is just as we feared, as Prudence had said. You were put here for one reason.
Well, then why don't you be a doll and tell me what that reason is, so that I can get back to it. As it stands now, I'm meandering my way there, but you could give me that one push that I need to get going.
Very well. If that is what is needed to get you back on track. You were sent here 3 years ago because Jar Lexel was worried that they were onto him and they were getting closer and that he was going to be taken and thrown in that god's forsaken place, up in the ice.
Prison.
Revel's End. Ring any bells?
Does it ring any bells, John?
That does stir something. Yeah, just the mention of the place's name. And you do get flashes of memory. Again, those lantern-lit planning sessions with tables strewn with blueprints, building layouts, this strange star-shaped wall, curtain wall almost, and the floor shifting beneath your feet as you were talking with Jarlaxel, and with what recently has been told to you by Prudence. You remember that planning session must have taken place aboard the raft. And that shifting is the moving of the waves underneath the boats.
Mm.
The bossman had it right. The reason we have come up here, the reason we have been forced to try and kick things off, is because he has been banged up. And no, he is not pregnant. That would not surprise me.
I mean, with his exquisite taste in headwear, it seems, like, quite likely. No.
No.
Believe you me.
He's
Nobody
got
wants to
himself.
get him out more than I. And I will.
I do not know who it was. But Bregan Death will take its revenge. Once you have got yourself in gear, and you get back on the mission, and you get him out of there, as you were put here to do.
Right. Well, Revel's End, then. I think we'll make our way there. First, however, and this does not change that, I need something taken care of.
What is that?
I quite literally cannot tell you without fucking everything up for you and me.
Can you write it down?
And Mockingbird's going to take a note out of his, some paper and a pen out of his backpack and put it behind his back and begin writing, scribbling as neatly as he can without looking.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, okay.
roll some dice in here.
Thankfully.
Just to see how well.
I can do. That didn't do on roll 20, but that is a 19.
Excellent. Okay, it's pretty legible, considering.
Okay, I would, just finish writing it, and then, as descriptive as I could be under the circumstances, and then drop the note on the ground, and then I need to go back to my companions now, and I need you to trust me that I will do everything that I can in my power to make sure that my end of the bargain is fulfilled. But that it will take a little bit of time.
In your notes, did you ask them to do anything?
What would I have said? I would have essentially said, I would have explained the situation with the hag, why it is I can't be, I can't say my,
Yes.
My intentions and current plan.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would have asked for any information about the Revel's End that's like pertinent, like where it is, because I'm not even sure where it is.
When they were talking about it, they were pointing to the northwest. So it's out
Okay.
towards the coast and up north.
Okay, then in that case, that's pretty much all that I would have written on the note.
Okay. They narrow their eyes. Then we hope that this gets taken care of as quickly as possible and that you will be able to carry out your purpose and lead a meaningful existence.
Well, we're on the same boat then. Or should I say the same raft? Sorry, this is terrible. No, please don't come knocking in front of my companions. And actually, before I do go, please tell me, is the medical man all right?
No.
No.
He gave up what information he had, and then he gave up the will. He's gone.
He's dead then. He's dead.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
You're not going soft on us, are you?
No. I just need to get out of town before that news reaches my companion, or else we might be flung on some other far-end journey taking us God knows where. That, or worst case scenario, tracking you down. I definitely don't want that pain in my ass right now.
I'd like to see you try.
I think I could give you a run for your money. I don't want to, though. You're such a fine gentleman.
Maybe that day will come, but it is not today.
All right, then I bid you good night.
Au revoir.
And I'll just put the face on and continue walking back to the tavern.
Okay. Sorry, Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch. Alright, yeah, I would go in, and as soon as I enter the doors, I'll see if the other two are still awake. Haven't quite gone to bed yet. I will go and I will get Soyala a drink and put it down in front of her and have one to myself as I kind of just sit and think for a little bit.
Okay. So, Ton, Soyala, is there anything that you would like to do? Anything you would like to talk about whilst Mockingbird is off away?
Ton will continue to experiment with the drow liquor.
I'm just going through, hearing the news of possibly needing to help out with medical stuff. I'm checking on what I'm low on, personally. Any, because I did a bit of bandaging, I think, when we were out, and maybe some ointment. So just checking what I need to recover in the morning. Yep.
Okay.
What is this music? I'm getting ready for bed. I don't know what this is all about.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just a nice,
Okay.
A nice East Haven evening.
But yeah, otherwise, I think, just going to bed.
Okay.
Enjoying some comfort, because I don't know really if we've had great lodging these last few nights.
True. Yeah, they did their best.
I stayed in the room with the former crazy king. I don't know about you guys.
Right, so you bed down for the night, and I don't think you need to, but if you have the desire to, you can take the benefits of a long rest.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have very many spells left, so.
Okay,
I was
there
gonna
you
say I only had like 3 1s and 1 2.
go. Well, I think that should have been taken care of, because you should have taken a long rest in Karadinagat. Oh no, because it was not too early.
We
in
went
the day,
straight from we went straight from that last fight.
That's true. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I was misremembering there. Okay. Yep. So yeah, you may take the benefits of a long rest, as you do need to. And the next day, you're heading towards Dugan's Hall? Or via Goodmead, of course?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Soyala, in the morning, there are a few people that the Ronaldo let know that you were around, and they do come
Yeah.
seeking some medical aid. Nothing too serious. And
Yep,
they're thankful to see you.
Yeah, I'll give them any medicine or anything that they might need. So yeah.
Okay, doke.
Sorry that Alvin was out. Hopefully we can get that taken care of sooner than later.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. I was just probably getting some supplies or something.
But yeah, we will. I will let both Ronaldo and the tavern keeper know that I'll be out for still who knows how long. So I will try to send word for someone to come out here if we and to figure out about maybe Alvin. But yeah, I'll be heading out to Good Mead.
Okay, yep. So they wish you a safe and pleasant journey. And you do manage to sell off a couple things. Like I say, we'll do that out of session. We'll do that in the message and stuff. You do sell a few bits and bobs. Not everything, because of just the limitations of the size of the place, but you do manage to get rid of some of the things that you would like to. And I think... let's have a look here. There it is. Tom, you said you were interested in some potions.
Yes.
Indeed. Okay, so let me make sure we got those in there and make it a large town. Boop. Okay. There is a shop in town that has some of those interesting bits and bobs. They have a potion of healing, a potion of greater healing, one of superior healing as well. If that is what you're after, I believe it was.
Well, it's going to come down to price, isn't it?
Okay. Well, the regular's 50. The greater is 150, and the superior is 450.
Can I interest the settler in this fine smoking jacket?
God, how much is that worth? Sunblight. Where are you? Just a moment. That's D&D Beyond just taking us back in time to Sunblight Fortress. While waiting there, hey, thank you for the follows and the subscription. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. And let's see here. Where are we at? Command level. Zadorok's quarters. Yeah, the smoking jacket is worth 500 gold pieces.
Oh.
So you can get right on cue, Sunblight. You only appear when we talk about Sunblight Fortress. Yes, so you could get the which one was it? Sorry. You can get the superior and the regular for the jacket.
I'll probably just yeah, let's get the superior and the regular.
Okay, look. Any takers for the greater healing?
How much was that? Because we kind of pooled all of our treasure together, right? So would we be able to barter some of it for some
Absolutely.
potions to go around?
Yep.
Like that gold mask, which almost certainly serves no purpose, but bartering for potions.
The one that was in the vault.
In the vault, yeah, it was the one that
Drow
I
mask,
believe
yeah.
I opened.
Yep.
there might have been several masks, honestly. There was a whole lot of loot there.
Yeah, right. Sounds like Jules. Okay, where are you? Trying to find the vault here. Here we go, treasure vault. That gold mask was worth 750.
Oof. Lord almighty. Okay.
So yes, you can.
So sorry, that could get us almost 4.
Well, these are quite rare items, so they only had one of each, I'm afraid.
Oh, and Tom just pinched all of them.
He's got 2 of them.
Yeah, there's
two
one for
raiders.
150, I think, right?
There's one for 150, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we probably have the gold at least to do that.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I personally have the gold to pay for that. So yeah, since I seem to be dying a whole lot recently, I can do that.
Can we free ourselves of these other items like the hookah, the comb, the
Yeah,
sandals?
But,
Yeah.
This is other stuff you want to buy. We'll do that later. Yeah, we'll just make.
Okay.
You won't be able to sell everything just because of demand, not being so high here. But
Just save it, yeah.
yeah, we'll figure that out. Yep.
Not high demand for some obsidian sandals then.
Oh, who knows? Who knows? Quite the fashion. You come back in East Haven, and everyone's got obsidian hat sandals. Okay. So.
It's gonna be the sandals culotte out here.
All right. Now, you do your little bit of shopping there, and then you call back to the kennels and meet up with the 6-pack, your sled dogs, and the others, and get all of your gear all together, and jump into any other gear and stuff that anyone wants while we're here.
I think I'm good.
As long as we're good on rations and everything, and torches,
Yeah.
and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible journey. Let's have a look here. Just checking the distances here. So, East Haven. From where you are now to Goodmead is only 2 hours with the sleds. So you'll be there before lunch. Be there before daylight.
Okay, sounds good.
Unless something
Can't think of
happens.
anything else. Let's go and counter table.
Actually, no, because you're traveling on the road, so you're okay. There's only a wilderness encounter table. We shall save that for when you go down into the mountains beyond Goodmead.
Okay.
So you you make your way back, and again the east way, the road that's here between East Haven and Bryn Shanda, there, the 2 biggest settlements, is busy by 10 town standards. There are people coming and going between the 2 main places there. Some with escorts of guards, some just alone but traveling as fast as they can. And you take that south junction towards the lovely little town of Goodmead.
It's good. There's meat there.
I've heard tell. Now, I can actually show you what you approach, because the lovely James's RPG art did release his animated version of Goodmead. So here it is. Oop. Ta-da!
Oh, this is that one you sent earlier. Okay.
Yeah. I sent us the message, yeah. So yeah, that in the background there, you can see the abandoned church. Do you remember that was talked about? There was an old abandoned chapel. It's that tower kind of on the left side there, and then that large building just next to the tower there that must be the mead hall. So I think actually that as you go like straight down the road past that first little hut, that kind of house that's like right in front of the road, if you went straight along the road and without turning towards the right there. You go straight into it. I think that's the one you were hiding in when Cephalic Caltro arrived.
Oh,
This is
absolutely.
Because it's from that direction.
Good.
Yeah, this is how you see it as you arrive from East Haven, because this is coming down from the north towards it. Because the lake's on the left side there. Red Waters. Where you dumped a body?
Long tradition.
This is before you met Soyala. Before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not my tradition.
No, you have to understand. It's called the Red Waters because, and in Tom tells the history, which I don't think. Oh, so you don't know. It's called the Red Waters because a good mead long ago had a big war over this area, and the rivers ran red. So now it's the Red Waters. So the tradition is not our tradition, but necessarily the tradition of the region.
Indeed.
Really, it would have been rude to not dump a corpse in the water. Is how.
And you, Soyala, have you been to Goodmead before? What would you say?
I mean, probably a couple times,
Okay.
but it's not part of the main roads, so.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you remember as you come sliding into town here, towards the mead hall, you see those familiar, strange carvings, for being in 10 towns, because the settlers that created Goodmead were from Chult. So you start to see these strange, almost exotic-looking carvings of these Chultan scenes and remnants of the history and culture of those that first came. Now, where are you headed?
The mead hall.
I meant to do this. Let's get a little bit of our good boys. Here they come. Okay, so yes, you come whooshing out of the darkness down towards the center of town and heading straight to the meat hall.
That's my plan.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we're here for, was for Tolm.
Okay,
Yeah, Tom,
On the way.
remind us, are you here for a rally, or are you here to find that guy? What's your goal here?
A little of both.
And just because everybody knows, myself included, but we should double check, triple check, and make sure. Who is it you think was responsible or connected?
Oh, the man that sold Mame all those coats. Jerkinius Shadowcowl, the barman.
The creepy guy, right?
Yeah, the one that sets off alarm bells.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I knew. I was just making sure you knew as well. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's go find him.
Okie doke. So yeah, you come sliding into town and you arrive outside the meat hall and tether up the dogs and get them all out of their harnesses and stuff, and watered and happily lapping away and quenching their thirst. And you shoulder your way through the door, out of the driving snow, into the warmth, and that reassuring, familiar buzz of all the happy little bees, out of sight, but always on the edge of hearing. Sorry, I just got that Oprah Winfrey gif in my head. Bees. And there are quite a few people, and people turn around and they're like, "Hey, Mockingbird, Tom, Mammy, you!"
Oh, this is Soyala. She's a tabaxi. She's quite cool.
I'm the traveling medic here in the 10 towns.
Soyala, you see a leather aproned, fairly tall looking, very practical, minded looking tiefling come over, and Mockingbird telling you, remember this is Revelation. tiefling who is the head brewer of the mead when Toln is not around. And she comes over and she's like, welcome back. It is good to see you all again.
Oh, Revelation. Good to see you again.
Likewise.
How is the brewing?
All is going well.
That's good, because I have several orders.
Oh, that is wonderful news.
It's good to be home.
I must tell the others at once.
Yes. You should do that.
And she kind of drifts away towards...
As she drifts away, I'm going to look to Tolm. So, is she okay?
I wanted to remind you that we live in the frozen north, and this town is known for alcohol production. I do not think anybody in this town is okay. However, works for me. Never had a problem.
I think she's
I
just
kind of-
messing with us.
Watch after her. Just what are her actions? Like, how does she walk? How is she like attending to
just kinda-
people?
She just moves through the room, just slowly.
Almost as if I've seen a slowed spell cast.
Yeah,
or
almost.
something.
Yeah, it's just like she just like slowly like moves out the way to let people past, and then carries on moving. But it's like sway, almost like they're like on a moving ship, just like moving across the deck, and walking back towards the main area of the mead hall there, where they're sorting out all of that stuff.
Okay, but she's a friend of yours.
Oh, we're very well acquainted. I do most of the brewing when I'm here, but if I'm busy, she does everything.
Ah, okay. She knows your secret, your recipes, or
I mean-
whatever.
Some of them.
And she
if-
does
if
this
I did-
by
if I-
herself. Is there anyone
I mean,
else?
she has some help, I think, but I have my secrets.
Okay. Yeah, from what I usually understand, usually a brewmaster is they work at the head and they are always usually there. I thought so.
Oh, like I
Since
said,
you travel, it's a bit odd.
I've only recently begun to travel. And
Okay.
lots of brewing is kind of waiting for things to ferment, so it's usually okay.
Like a good D&D campaign, just waiting for things to ferment. Trouble to ferment. Mockingbird, speaking of, you are hailed from the fireside as you see good old Hlyn Trollblane with her feet up. The shield dwarf who had set you on the tracks of Cephik Cultro. And she's like, welcome back.
I'll nod very quickly as I go get a couple drinks from the bar, one for myself and one for Trollbane, and I'll put one in front of her. And pleasure to see you again.
Very much appreciated. The place is sticking itself together. It's all right. No major trouble.
Yeah, it's practically buzzing. Anyways,
I'm glad you got that off your chest.
thank you. Is bubbling up at the top.
It's not
for, like,
it's not
seconds
healthy
now.
to suppress that kind of thing.
How have you been?
Oh, not bad. I think I made the right decision to retire here. Natural one from Scrappy. Is that for the pun?
I'll stop. I promise.
I love
Oh, no.
puns.
No.
That was in character. Absolutely.
It tells. Yeah. So it's like, yes, we've been keeping things, ship shape. We got all the goats back.
Well, it'd probably interest you to know that we've saved probably a couple dozen more since the last time we seen you. It seems like our primary objective across this 10 towns is to save goats.
They're
and
always
then
getting themselves in
people shortly
trouble.
thereafter. It seems so.
Well-
Any changes of late, or have things been relatively peaceful?
Pretty peaceful. Is Mammy around?
Mommy!
Yes. Comes over. Oh, Mammy, that friend of yours from Dugan's Hole came down. They just went out to grab something from the trappers' supplies, but yeah. Apparently they were done with small town life. They come to the bustling metropolis. And yeah, she apparently that the tiefling that Mammy knew in Dugan's Hall,
That lost her partner. Yeah.
that's the partner, yeah, has
Oh.
come down from the mountains.
That was the one where they were all trapped inside, right?
You
That-
killed
the
the
cleric
monster.
up there. Yeah.
You killed the monster, which contained a crystal, controlling crystal in its head.
Anyway, I'll look for. I think it was Olivessa. Was my contact that was running the campaign on my behalf? Was that Olivessa?
Good question. Where will that be? Good meat. Oliver, sir. Good meat. The meat must flow. There we go. Da-da-da.
Was that a saying here as well?
Here it's the mead must flow, not the ale.
The slogan of the campaign.
I guess.
It wasn't a phrase before, but I find it to be quite appropriate.
Yes, Olivessa Unterpor. Well remembered.
It's in my notes. That's the only reason.
That'll help.
I'll report to Olivessa and ask her.
She's like, "Oh, Tom, have you been spreading the word? Have you been forging ties with other locations?"
Yes, I have made good ties with the Speaker of East Haven. I've even gotten a contract from him.
Oh, cracking.
And I've made good contacts in Caradon of All and Kirkonig as well. Small as they are, they were quite good contacts.
Fantastic. Did you
and
get to Bryn Shander? Did you get to the main spot?
I haven't gotten there just yet, no.
That's okay. These things take a while to get sorted, so yeah, we're still not quite ready. We'll get it sorted.
I did save all of 10 towns. Well,
That's got to
Put
put
that
you
on
in
your
good
bumper
standing.
sticker.
yes, there was a crystal dragon. I disassembled it.
You've clearly been on the road a very long time. Have a seat.
I will. Here, I would like you to try this. And Taln will take out the drow liquor beer that he's been working on. I can't taste this. Is this any good?
Aye, it is.
Oh, good.
It needs maybe with some of the honey, smooth off some of the edge.
Oh! I can't believe I hadn't thought of that already. I keep dropping things.
Talk with Revelation. She'll hook you up.
Yes, I will
Aye.
spend some time with Revelation later. But where is the barman? Where's
Darkinius.
Darkinius?
He's right there, and he's just in the shadows underneath the stairway that comes down across the bar. It's just there is a vague shape lurking in the darkness.
Oh, thank you, Olivessa.
Eh.
I need to speak with Darkinius.
I like to think that Mockingbird went to get drinks before, but has no memory of meeting Darkinius.
Blocked him out of my head.
It's just can't focus
Pure
on it.
cliche, and I will have nothing to do with it.
Darkinius.
Ah, Master Talon, welcome back.
Hey, how are you today?
Fantastic, but enough about me. How are you? Are you operating within parameters?
So far as I can tell.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And how about the weather? You have been out traveling in the mountains for quite some time. Any adverse effects?
Oh well, it gets quite cold sometimes. But I do have an important question.
Yes.
Tom will take out the scroll and just slide it across the table. Is this you?
There's a
Master negotiator.
now, Sirenscape. Do me proud. Do you have a smashed glass sound effect? Not here. Everyone in Good Mead's too well behaved. I'm sure some taverns have that sound effect there, but not here. But as you slide it across, and he looks curiously and almost steps into the light. As he tries to make it out, and he kind of squints and looks at it. And there's a crash as he drops the glass that he was cleaning. Master Tom, where did you find this?
Oh, I found it when we killed Sunblight.
We
Killed.
just dropped the bomb.
Yeah.
I love playing Tom.
Killed. Sunblight?
Yeah, he's dead. He's very dead, actually.
Did you come across any interesting?
Yeah, I disassembled his crystal dragon and I threw it in the fire.
Crystal dragon. Well, yes, taps, nozzles, cleaning. He starts to try and walk away.
Oh, so, like, you didn't answer my question, though. Is this you?
He's walking away.
Oh, dear.
Mockingbird's gonna go after him if Tolan's not doing anything right now. Just watching all of this in disbelief from halfway across the room.
Yeah, same.
Mockingbird, you beelining across the room towards him.
I'm just going to square tackle him into whatever he's in front of. Just like spear tackle him, trying to go for like the center back.
Oh, sorry, break the moment for just a second. A huge hello to Kaz the DM, our wonderful artist for our brand new campaign starting this weekend. Did you see the art in the chat? In the Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. So good. So good. Thank you, Kaz. And
Nice
good
and
luck on the other way.
colorful.
Yeah, so good. Okay, just a moment. Okay. Just a moment there, folks. Thank you. So, yes, give me a athletics or acrobatics.
And I will go for acrobatics. Bless you for the option. 22.
Nice. Okay.
Gonna try a very nimble, graceful spear attack.
Okay, so you go dashing across the room, and as he notices that happening, Darkinios starts to move quicker and gets a 4 as he does, and he's like looking over his shoulder, allowing that to, and he hits into a table, kind of spins off to the side as he crashes into the table, like holds onto his leg, which I mean he already had a good pronounced like limp already, and he's like putting it across, and as you just go sprinting through, dodging nimbly through the people, you launch yourself and grab onto him and tackle him down to the floor.
Just put him down on the floor, and then dagger and short sword kind of like X across the neck so that he's kind of like pinned there, kind of sticking into the floorboards.
Okay.
I'm also going to be coming nearby as well. Just to be crowd control.
Okay. Yep.
Oh,
Maybe.
we need to work on your negotiation skills.
That's not what I clicked. Sorry, going very jazzy for a second there. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, you come just dashing across, and you just like, and everyone's like, oh, and like people are moving to the side as you just come diving onto.
Be careful, be
The
careful.
barman.
Please move back.
Oh,
Official speaker business.
is it? Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, so yeah, you do hear a couple of people saying, isn't that the person who was running for the speaker? Oh, look, oh, such contact. Oh, can you believe it? Oh, the scandal.
Ton will make his way over and. Thank you, Mockingbird.
I just step back, put my hands up, and give you the spotlight.
Now, Darkinius, I know that you were up to some things with a man who tried to destroy the entire 10 towns, so I mostly just have questions.
And I want to cast Stone of Truth on. I guess it would be the room, but.
Okay, doke.
So that's a DC 16 Charisma save.
All right. 5.
Alright.
Why did you buy the shards from Sunblight?
They were necessary. Necessary for my work.
Your work? What are you doing, Darkinius?
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to find out. You're not supposed to corrupt the sample. If you are aware of the, how are we supposed to get pure data?
You're constructing constructs.
Yes.
Who do you work for?
Nobody.
You said we. Who are you working with, then?
I was working with a colleague at our old laboratory in the mountains.
An alchemist?
Yes.
Where in the mountains?
To the south. Over towards Luskan.
What is his name?
I'm just finding out. Because there is a name. I don't know if Marin, if you're still in chat. Marin has met this person in a different character. By the way, as an aside, also the person who created that monster that you killed in Dugan's Hall. I used to work with Karina Tsolka.
Sotka. I see. And now you work alone.
Yes. I did not agree with some of the things she was doing, some of the ideas she was having, some of the projects she was working on.
Oh, I see. This all makes sense now. Did you create me?
He tries to get to his feet, Mockingbird.
Yeah, I'd have my boot over those two blades, and I'm just gonna look at Tolm for confirmation.
Oh, let him go. He will answer.
And take him out and just keep him kind of like at his back as I let him up off the ground.
And he slowly, painfully gets to his feet. And he comes over. He just puts one hand on your metallic cheek. Yes, I did. My finest work. More than I ever hoped for. That's why I stayed so close. I had to see with my own eyes just how far you could go. Look at you. And he spins almost violently to the rest of you. Look at him. Is he not beautiful? Wondrous.
Did you cause the avalanche, Jessica?
No. No. That is why I left Karina up there in the mountains. I was not willing to take the avenues of research that she wanted to pursue.
Tom nods his head.
I'm sorry I could not save you in more traditional means. They say that true inspiration can be born of desperation. I did not expect it to work. I thought we had lost you. I thought you were truly, truly gone. But the advances that we had begun to make with Sunblight's shards, the crystal, the power that it has. Tell me, has it ever intruded on your thoughts, intruded on your actions?
Unfortunately, yes.
Ah, blast! The inhibitor is not perfect. It is something I had to slash together as quickly as I could. I'm sorry, but the priority was saving what I could. How much do you remember? It's not something I wanted to ever ask you directly for want of raising suspicion, but
Darkinius, enough with the questions. First, I must know. Do you intend to continue these experiments?
I suppose, in many ways, that is up to you. How do you feel about this? Having found out all of this, how do you feel about being alive like this?
Tone looks contemplative for a moment, as much as he can, but mostly his eyes averting and narrowing. And he looks down for a moment, touches his face. He looks up. I suppose that had you not been around, my life would be finished. I would not be here.
Yes,
Help all of a good mead and
yes.
help these fine people. So, Darkinius, I do have one more question for you. Would you be willing to work with me going forward so that we can help as many people as possible?
Yes. Yes.
Tom extends his hand.
He takes it.
Toln goes in for what starts as a handshake and goes into a hug as he embraces Darkinius. He does have mixed feelings about this, so he hugs for a moment, then breaks off and just nods his head.
And Darkinius is crying. If we can perfect this, if we can find out maybe another way to power this, and another way to make it less traumatic, I don't know, but there are so many needless deaths, so many that we can save.
We can save a lot of people, that's for sure.
Yes. Yes. Now, tell me true.
I don't mean to barge in, but would these that are reborn, as you say, would they be similar to Toln, or would they be similar to the workers that we found
They'll be similar
near
to
the
me.
forge?
And
Because I would not wish upon anyone to have that kind of a life of those in the forge.
Darkinius winces. And yes, Tom was not the first to try. And there were... Wait, you have seen these things? You have seen these poor
Yes.
people?
Well, we've seen only the other machine-like beings.
But
I believe that your former companion was involved in manufacturing mechanical abominations.
no,
Their work was to hammer away at things, at the crystals, I'm assuming. To build and build.
that damned sunblight. He told me they were destroyed. And that they would never make anything like it anymore.
They are at rest.
They were never truly alive. Their spirits moved on. But
Guess that's good.
what has become of Sunblight?
As I said, he's very dead.
Those and all of those that followed him. Anyone that wished to remain alive and wished to end the madness left down to the Underdark.
I see. Well, that is some small fortune. Curse him. Curse his crazed schemes, his madness infecting all of those that are stupid enough to follow him. Well, there is nothing for it. Before we are able to make any more progress, before we are able to do anything else, we must find another way to power this if the crystal is no more. But at least I will not have to have any more dealings with that foul Sunblight. Now, Tone, I implore you, please, tell me everything that went wrong, everything that got loose, anything that worked its way free. You, my friend, my boy, you need a tune-up. And he reaches behind him and pushes on a certain section of the Chultan carving in the wood on the wall behind him. And Soyala, with your high levels of passive perception, you've had something nagging at your mind this whole time since you came in this place. And it's that there is something very wrong with all of the walls here. And there is this huge kind of dead zone where there are walls in the tap room and behind the bar, but that's not the exterior of the mead hall. There shouldn't be walls there. And Darkinius pushes in a section of a rather elaborate dinosaur carving and a 5-foot wide section of the wall. Clink. Springs open smoothly. And he pushes it aside, and Talm, within, you see a maze of glasswork, strange bubbling liquids, drawer after drawer of various components and substances and half-built contraptions and notes and a large chunk of black slate with scrawlings in chalk all over it and symbols and lines and ideas. And this is, do you remember when we first made this good mead hall, you rolled on random tables from Akink? Yes, the quirk of your tavern, your business, is that there is a large secret room. Which is what's actually got me thinking about this whole damn thing. Poor Darkinius. He wasn't a half-crazed alchemist before when we first met him, but he fits the role quite well. And
So as the townspeople are staring at all of this in somewhat disbelief, shock, and confusion, Mockingbird would kind of very quickly take the stage and have you ever been so moved, good people of Good Mead? Reunion, forgiveness, and hope, all from the future speaker of Good Mead. Hear, hear for Tone. Hear, hear! And just try to get the crowd, rouse the crowd.
There we go.
And yes, Mockingbirds, you do rally the group that's there, standing, watching all of this. And as Goodmead celebrates this reunion, this fine-looking candidate for the speaker role, you are led into the workshop by Darkinius. And we shall leave you there as we leave the mead hall. Good mead and Icewind Dale as a whole. And I say thank you very much. Great stuff.
That
Thank
went
you,
a
everybody.
lot more wholesome than I thought it was gonna.
Ready to fucking ice the guy.
So, we've barely played together, Sarah. Come on, and already you have such a bad opinion of me.
Well, fight after fight, craziness after more.
Yes. But you do need that juxtaposition sometimes. For it to truly be horrific, you do need some nice times too. So, thank you everybody. A massive, massive thank you to my players, as always, a pleasure. And to everyone that's joined us, thank you. Lots of folks coming on by. A pleasure to have you all with us. Thank you, Scrappy. And everybody else too. Sunblighter, good to see you here. Not very timely appearance, as always. And Alusha and Kaz and everyone that has been with us, thank you so much. Urban Dragon Dice, thank you so much for the follow there. And if I can quickly get the name here, Texas Sunboy, of course, how could I forget? Texas Sunboy, thank you so much for the follow and the subscription. Absolutely wonderful, thank you. And Patch, thank you there, yes. What's this? Don't worry, after a few more Rodania sessions, John will have a bit more perspective on the horrors he unleashes on you guys. Yeah, I was on the receiving end of a dream sequence for the first time ever on Saturday. It's quite the thing. Quite the thing. Right. Okay. So, as we wrap up there, I am going to type one last time. Give away, everyone. If you have not already, as a thank you to our followers, we are doing a giveaway on each of our streams. This evening, or whatever time of the day it is for you, we are giving away a wonderful, wonderful Encounters in Icewind Dale. Wonderful maps and encounter design from the incredible CZRPG, and usable in any wintry environment, of course. And even if you are a player, you can, of course, win it in the name of your hardworking DM and give them a well-earned present to inflict upon you at a later date. So, if there is anyone who would like to enter the giveaway, please type !CZRPG excuse me, to be entered into the giveaway, and I shall draw a winner after I am done rounding out our lineup for the rest of this week. So, thank you, Scrappy. Well done all indeed. Now, as we carry on through this week, on Wednesday evening in North America, Thursday lunchtime here in Japan, we will be back in the Underdark as our bold adventurers have escaped from the Silken Paths with a new pet giant spider and a strange cat that gave off fey energy, which I want to say I'm taking credit for that. I called that before the news of the new book was released. Steve Cobbs, thank you so much. Do type that in there if you want to get in the giveaway, Steve. And Musubimari too. Thank you, Musubimar. Are you over here in Japan too? Okay, hang on, let me jot these down because, as usual, Streamlabs is being lazy and stopped keeping people in the thing, which is very useful. Thank you, Streamlabs. Okay, Musubi as well, if you want to jump in the giveaway, do type that in the chat there. Now, as I was saying, we'll be back in the Underdark soon as they make their way towards Gracklstug, where the Durgar that Soyala was speaking of before have started to return home to. We can actually probably meet the Grandolpha again, because this is 3 years later than that is taking place there. So there is a chance for them to meet up again. Now, as we continue into our Thursday and Thursday everywhere else as well, in the evening we will be in Barovia for our Curse of Strahd game. Things are ramping up very nicely there, so do join us for that if you get the chance. And also, thank you, Musubi. And then that brings us to Friday. And do you know what Friday is? Friday is our 1 year anniversary. 1 year since we broadcast the first ever session of Curse of Strahd. And horrible janky thing that it is. And what a year it has been. Thank you so much as we come to this final week here of our fantastic fortnights leading up to our anniversary. And that is why the lovely CCRPG is sponsoring all of our streams and giving away our thank you presents to all of you lovely followers. And on Friday evening, we will have a very interesting session as Rhea Mantlemorn narrowly beat out Firemore, who was briefly polymorphed into a snail. How you feeling, Josh? Are you okay? Feeling the urge to slide across the floor slowly.
I slid up the sword.
I was taken very aback by that whole thing. I was expecting just Rhea to have this heroic moment where she took the sword out of the store and took control of Zariel's angelic sword, and then Soyala Mockingbird, the entire party just went nuts. Everyone was trying to stop each other from grabbing the sword, and polymorphs were cast and spheres of force or whatever it's called. Snail more.
It was quite intense.
It was an unexpected end to the session last week. So we will be dealing with the aftermath of that, and something approaches across the sands of Avernus. I have something rather fun planned for our birthday party session. So do join us on Friday for that if you get the chance. Then on Saturday, we'll be starting our brand new campaign, Candlekeep Mysteries, as tied together into a fantastic campaign with an incredible BBEG by the wonderful Dylan in his incredible guild, DM's Guild supplement, which I will be shouting at on the stream and letting all you fine folks know where you can grab it so you can also enjoy what we will be. And yes, we will be joined by none other than CZRPG as a special guest appearance in that first session there. All the way from Brazil, he'll be joining us to play as a fantastic character. He was so in love with this character, he's commissioned character art for it, even though it's only going to appear in this one session. So we shall see how that goes, as the wonderful people from the KEBG podcast and my brother-in-law will be starting their first full D&D campaign. And I cannot wait to jump into all of that goodness. All right, that is everything, and that will bring us back around to next time we are here in Icewind Dale. So, without further ado, let's have a quick look here. Okay, let me grab this. So, everyone, sorry, Streamlabs has conked out here, so I am going to go the old-fashioned way with a nice click-clack math rock to see who is our winner for tonight's CGRPG giveaway. It goes to click, 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 click. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The lovely Bonifier Smith. Thank you so much and congratulations on winning today's giveaway. I shall be contacting you via Whisper over Twitches here and give you the link so that you can claim your prize as the music surges in recognition of your victory. And once more, thank you everybody. Stick around. We shall head off raiding somewhere and... Can't recommend the Elmis's Guide to Candlekeep from DM's Guide for extra inspiration. Thank you, Scrappy. I will definitely have a look at that. I have a couple of wonderful things already, which I've been looking at to torment one of the Avernus players who Tom plays with in a different guise. Anyway, thank you so much. So, yes, congratulations once more to Bonifier Smith. I shall be in touch. And thank you all for joining us once more, and we shall see you next time. But until then, stick around for a raid. If you've got them, let those phoenixes fly. And, as we like to say around these parts, oyasumi nasai. Thank you.
Oh yes.
Oyasumi.